Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Harinam Sankirtanam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Can you move little? I also want to see. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So, I'd like to welcome all of you for the Sunday morning Bhagavatam class, come IYF class. So, the topic given to me is about the glories of Bhakti Yoga. So, definitely we all know about the glories of Bhakti Yoga. So much we have heard. So let us try to see. So I was thinking, rather than directly speaking on this topic, the glories of Bhakti Yoga, because we all are convinced and we all know Bhakti is glorious. No doubt about it. Now, the Bhakti is so glorious. Now, how we can achieve that glorious Bhakti? So that's what I thought we will talk. So you can have a blank sheet. There, I'm going to tell you something you need to write. Arrow mark and all you can put. Okay. So let us try to analyze from the beginning. So in the beginning, where were we? Sarva Karana Karanam. We were all part of spiritual world, right? So that is, we all were with Krishna. So you can write in the top. In the top, Goloka, Krishna Prem. That is what the glories of Bhakti, right? So at the end, what do you want to achieve? So one devotee was saying, Prabhuji, when I came to ISKCON, they said, you will get Krishna Prem. I was quite inspired. Then I spent 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years. So I didn't get anything. I asked Prabhuji, senior devotees, Prabhuji, you said, I'll get Krishna Prem, but I never got. Then he said, no, you got no. When? First year only you got. No, Prabhu, no, you got no Krishna Prem. So that Goloka Krishna Prem is our goal. Now, to be there in the right side, bro, right side, to be there, what we should be our identity. Dasanudas, you can write. So, if you have to be in that with Krishna in spiritual world, what should be our identity? Das Anu Das, right? Servant of the servant of Krishna. So now we are not there. Why? What is the first cause to come down? What happened? What is that misidentification is called? Ego, false ego. You can write below. Below Goloka. So we were with Krishna Prem, then we thought, no, I don't want to be here. I don't like this Dasanudas concept. I want to become boss anu boss. So the moment I want to become boss, then there is a problem. Then you need to come down. But Krishna, so here quite interesting, when we were in spiritual world, but we wanted to come down, but we also want to be like Krishna. Right? We want to be the supreme controller. Is it possible? Anybody? Is it possible to be like Krishna? It is possible. I will prove. One more chance. Anybody? Quality. Quality, quantity, and everything we can be like Krishna. All of you are against me, but I am the only person. Anybody wants to be with me? Nobody. What? You want to be with me? All right, I got one person. So anybody else? I'm taking the votes, collecting the votes. Oh, 2 more. Okay. So now we all wanted to be like Krishna. We wanted to have that kind of power, prowess. Actually, is it possible? It is not possible. But Krishna himself made it possible by creating this amazing, beautiful concept called false ego. In our false ego, we are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? In my false ego, I am the greatest. In my ego, I am the great. I am the superhuman. I am He-Man, Superman, whatever you call. In my false ego, nobody can come inside and touch me because they'll get burnt. Because I'm so pure. I'm so pure, I'm so powerful, I'm so intelligent. So this is actually thanks to Krishna. He has created this. All of us, we live in our own bubble called false ego bubble. In that false ego, I am the supreme most personality. Nobody can touch me. I am the greatest. So here, false ego comes, and the right side, what happened? The consciousness, boss anu boss. We wanted to become boss anu boss. So now, so you can write on the right side. So we wanted to, the moment false ego enters, we want to start over. So we want to become boss anu boss. So now what exactly is happening here in the Goloka? What was the consciousness? It was pure consciousness. Now consciousness got polluted. When the consciousness got polluted, we started getting this false ego. There are 2 kinds of ego, true ego and false ego. So true ego is understand our real identity, that is Dasanudas. False ego is to not able to understand our real identity. So that is false ego. So because of this corruption, what is happening? False ego got corrupted. Then below, what is next to false ego? Intelligence. Intelligence is corrupted. Then below intelligence, Indriyani Paranyahur Indriyabhyaha Param Manaha Manasastu Parabuddhihi. All of you know the hierarchy, right? So below false ego there is intelligence, and below intelligence there is mind. And below mind, there is body, senses. And see, because of the corruption from consciousness from Goloka, there is corrupted ego, then corrupted intelligence, corrupted mind, and from mind, body, you can write body. Rather than senses, you can write body. Body is corrupted. And how body is corrupted, got corrupted? Body becomes corrupted because of food. Below body, you can write food. I'm just analyzing how we are in deep problem in this life. So we were very happy in Goloka, so then false ego got corrupted, intelligence got corrupted, mind got corrupted, body got corrupted, and body is getting corrupted because of anna, what we eat. Right? Ahara shuddhau, sattva shuddhau. Sattva shuddhau, dhruva smriti. If you want to remember Krishna, you need to have good food. Pizza, pasta, narakka rasta. So when we have that kind of food, then it is not going to help us. So now you understood where are we. So now what we are thinking is, I want Krishna Prem. We are directly trying to work with the topmost Krishna Prem, and we are not taking any seriousness in setting right of these things. Now our body, food, we are eating not good food. Because of that, body is corrupted, mind is corrupted, intelligence. So where we have to start setting things, we have to set the things right. At the food level, at the base level, we have to set the things right. So then body gets right. So for body you need to do right things. Then mind gets, we need to set up the mind properly. Then intelligence we need to set. So then false ego. Now what we are doing is, in the process of, many devotees are doing this step by step, but some of us, we are thinking that I want to directly change the setting in Krishna Prem. I want direct Krishna Prem. What about these things? Right? So now there is a computer and there is software, there is hardware. Right? Which is important? Like body is like hardware, mind is software, and soul is the user. Now, when the computer is there, if keyboard or mouse is not working, how can you deal with the software? Impossible. So, now what we are trying to do is, directly we want to play with the software without even taking care of the hardware. So, hardware also has to be taken care. So, keyboard has to be there properly. If keyboard is not there, you can't type anything. Then even though you may have the perfect software inside, right, it doesn't work. So that is why I have been seeing, there are some devotees who come, they are physically very healthy. Physically very healthy, but mentally very disturbed. Recently one devotee came and he said, Prabhuji, so many bad thoughts. Last week he decided, I wanted to commit suicide. Very nice devotee. There is no track record of this kind of thoughts. Suddenly one day, 2 weeks ago, he felt, I want to commit suicide. Why? Because my mind is giving me a lot of unnecessary desires. So some people are mentally very strong, but their body is not working properly. Right? For some devotees, body is very healthy, mind is also very stable, but profession, job, अच्छा नहीं चल रहा है, पैसा नहीं आ रहा है, financial problem. So do you think we can chant very nicely when that problem is there? For some people I know, very healthy, mentally very stable, big money, but relationship problem. 2 divorces. So what he can do? I am seeing very practical. So we have to set things right at all these level. Otherwise it becomes, that is why I always say, many times when I started practicing Krishna consciousness, many devotees used to tell me, you chant Hare Krishna very nicely so that you can score very nicely if you are a student, you can work very nicely if you are an employee, you can have very good relationship if you are a family person. So then I tried to analyze, but that never worked. So what worked is this. So I decided, today I will work very nicely, so that tomorrow morning I can chant very nicely. I should study very nicely today, so that tomorrow morning I can chant very nicely. So I should not fight, I should have a very soothing relationship in the family today, I should not unnecessarily get agitated so that tomorrow morning I can chant very nicely. So when I change the same concept, just changing the paradigm, the shift, so then the entire perspective changed. So now how we should work today? Very nicely we should work. Why? So that tomorrow morning you don't have any tension, so that you can get up and chant very nicely. So today I should not get into any kinds of problems, I should not get into any bad habits, nothing. So today I should have very pure consciousness, so that tomorrow morning I can chant very nicely. So like this, in every step we need to try to bring balance. So I thought today one concept which I could not cover in the IVF Yatra, so I thought I'll cover that. So this is about relationship. So all these very small topics, but very important vital topics. If we don't fix these things, if we don't have proper understanding, then we cannot grow up in the ladder. How many of you were there in the IVF Yatra? All of you were there? Yeah, most of you were there. So that is in the evening class. So I'll just tell you one small pastime from Ramayana, and from that story we will try to analyze how we can fix our relationship things. So this is about the story about Vali and Sugriva. So Vali and Sugriva, who are they? So they were two brothers, and these two brothers, they were actually not ordinary people. So as per the hierarchy, they were actually they were celestial apes, and they were extremely powerful human beings, more powerful than humans, and as per hierarchy, Vanaras were greater than humans. So Vali Sugriva's story, it is a classic, at the same time a tragic story, which says how the best of two friends became the worst of enemies. That is the point. So I was explaining how in this world, the most important thing to live in this life is relationship. So I give generally this example. Now there is one offer where the salary is 1 crore. Every month salary is 1 crore. Anybody, offer is still open. If anybody is interested, please let me know after the class. So you'll get one big bungalow which has got around 10-15 rooms, and every day morning breakfast, lunch, dinner, minimum 25 items. On time, dot. Morning 8 o'clock you'll get breakfast, 1 o'clock lunch, you can have it at any time and everything, but only thing is no internet facility, and you have to stay alone in the bungalow for rest of your life. And in your account every month 1 crore, and every day breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, everything you will get. Only thing is, you can't meet anybody, nobody can come inside that bungalow. From tomorrow, if you are taking offer letter today, from tomorrow onwards you need to enter the bungalow will be locked, the rest of your life you need to be there inside. Anybody is interested to? So I have given this offer to many places, in many forums, nobody has accepted this offer. Why? You want money, you want comfort, you want facility. In all the 15 rooms there are AC, air condition. Still don't want? No? Not interested, but why? So more important than just money and comfort, what is required? Relationship, very important. That's why many suicides have taken place not because of lack of money or lack of food. Most of the suicides happen because of heartbreaks. She left me. She never cared for me. I loved her so much. Right? That is why suicide notes, that kind of suicide notes we see. So here, the story is like this. So all of you know, Vali was the most powerful personality during his time. And Vali was ruling, and Sugriva was his younger brother, who was also serving him. He was also part of the Kishkinda kingdom. And suddenly one day, they were in the assembly hall. Outside there was one Mayavi demon came. So this demon came and he started screaming, "Vali! Please come out, you coward! Just sitting inside and trying to enjoy. come out, I will send you to the abode of death. He started screaming. And Vali, when he heard, in the interrogation, who is that person who can challenge me? That too is come to Kishkinda, standing outside Kishkinda is trying to challenge, calling me for the comeback. Then Vali says, Sugriva, just 5 minutes, I'll finish him and come back. So then Sugriva and others tell, Maharaj, looks like there is a problem. Everyone in the world, they know your power. If somebody is coming and calling you, that means there is some master plan behind it. So we should be very careful. Hut. To whom you are saying, I am Vali. Nobody can touch me. So he just takes the gada and he goes outside. So he goes outside and Sugriva says, I'll also come with you. So he also so Sugriva also goes behind Vali, and as soon as they see the Mayavi demon sees Vali and he starts running. He runs and runs and runs, and finally he goes inside a big cave under the mountain. So Vali and Sugriva also reach the entrance of the cave, and Vali says, Sugriva, you just wait here. I'll go inside, I'll finish him and come back. You just wait here. So then Vali goes inside. What happens? Many hours pass by, many days pass by. There is no sign of Vali returning. And suddenly, one day, at one moment, Sugriva hears the noise. Ah! That is Vali's voice. And he understands that Vali is no more. And after some time, he sees there was a gush of blood flowing outside the cave. And Sugriva gets confirmation that my brother Vali, who was the most powerful person, is no more. Then he thinks, if Mayavi demon comes out, then if he can kill Vali, he can kill me, he can take over the entire Kishkinda. So what to do? So he tries to take one big crag of mountain and tries to cover the exit of that cave, and he comes back to his kingdom with a lot of pain in the heart. So he comes out. So then all the assembly wives, they ask what happened, and he explains the entire story, and Sugriva is in depression. So what to do? He is not able to do anything. And after a few days, the ministers come together and they say, dear Sugriva ji, now a kingdom should always have a king. Vali is not there, but at least you become the king. So they forcibly make Sugriva the king, and he starts sitting on the throne. And he is ruling the kingdom, and to the surprise of everyone, suddenly Vali comes to the assembly, and Vali is standing, and Vali was tired, he was weak, but he was furious. His eyes were boiling, and as soon as that too he sees Sugriva sitting on the throne, then he says, Sugriva, you rascal, you're just waiting for this opportunity. And he comes and he just directly kicks on the chest of Sugriva. And Sugriva and Simhasan both falls. They fall down. And Sugriva is saying, Bhaiya, I want to tell you something. No, don't talk. I have not come here to hear from you. Just get out. And he takes Gada, he says, Sugriva, just disappear from my eyesight. If I see you again, then I am going to kill you. So better you go. No, I want to tell you something. The entire story. No, I don't want to hear anything. And without proper understanding, he just sends Sugriva away. So then Sugriva goes. So Sugriva wanted to tell, but Vali was not ready to hear. And Sugriva goes off. And now Vali, what Vali had told Sugriva, you just wait here near the cave. I will come. You know my power, right? Nobody can do anything for me. So you just wait here. So Sugriva did not wait, did not hear the instruction of his elder brother. And Vali comes and Vali sees Sugriva sitting on the throne. So Vali gets furious. Now Sugriva is also embarrassed. Vali is furious. Now who is right? Is Vali right or Sugriva right? That was our story for analysis. Who is right? Nobody is right. Yes, Prabhu, you are right. So, is Sugriva right or Vali right? Or both are right? Or both are wrong? Communication gap. So Sugriva also right, Vali is also right. Is it logical? No, it is psychological. It is psychological. So now we have to analyze this story. So if we look at the when we look from the perspective of Sugriva, yes, Sugriva appears right, but when you look at from the perspective of Vali, Vali appears right. So this is called psychological problem. So many of us, we think if this is not right, it has to be wrong. So this is the binary system of analysis. In binary, what is it? 1 or 0? 0 or 1. So in relationship, that doesn't work. Sometimes both can be right, sometimes both can be wrong also. So that is the point. So this Vali is a classic example of judgment without understanding. This is one of the fundamental psychological weakness of all of us. So here in this many situations, we judge people without understanding. That's why I call all of us, we have a disease. We all have this disease called I am right disease. What is the disease? All of you agree? All of us, we have this. That's why I say we all are eye specialists. We all are not this eye, this eye. And it's interesting in the word, all of you type. If you type small letter I, no, it becomes immediately big capital letter I. Right? Ego, I, mine, that is ego. So we have tremendous faith in our own opinions and judgments. But we are best lawyers for ourselves and best judges for others. If somebody is doing something, immediately we form opinions and we judge. This person is like this only. But when it comes to us, we become lawyers. Lawyers means we're good at arguments, giving justifications. So sometimes we form our opinion in a fraction of second and abandon other person rest of our life. I know many people, even in my relatives, I have seen, because of one fight, they said, I will not talk to you, I will not talk to you. And now one person died. The other person, my aunt, she came and told me, last 25 years, I never spoke to her. Now, yesterday she died. Even then, I didn't go and see her. And she's feeling very proud about it. She's not able to understand she lost one person in her life. So, therefore, this is a very, very important statement. So, you can repeat after me also. First, I will tell, it is better, you can write if you are good at typing. It is better to admit that I am wrong and actually be right, rather than insisting I am right and actually be wrong. Very important statement. It is better to admit that I am wrong and actually be right, rather than insisting I am right and actually be wrong. If you can take back home this one statement today and contemplate on this, it can solve so many problems. Can we all repeat this? It is better to admit that I am wrong and actually be right, rather than insisting I am right and actually be wrong. So from scriptures we understand there are three modes. So I was explaining how in ignorance, Krishna very beautifully explains, in tamoguna we are attached to what? Nidra and alasya, too much of sleep, too much of laziness. And in passion, rajoguna, we are attached to control, power, possession, attachment. So this is about rajoguna. And in goodness, we are attached to our opinions. So we will not even come to know, but in goodness we are attached to our opinions. So it is very easy to understand laziness as an attachment, controlling, power, all these things as an attachment, but it becomes very difficult to understand that our opinions are also attachment. Very subtle this is. So here, Vali was not a demon. He was a great devotee and expansion of Indra. And Sugriva is the expansion of Surya. They were not ordinary people actually. So here we are talking about two great people, not ordinary people. Therefore, it is always safe not to pass judgment about anybody immediately. This is our problem. Many times, many things happen. So I have seen when I was staying in the base, sometimes we had a strict morning program. Everybody has to get up for morning program at 4:30, and some devotees would not get up till 5 o'clock. And in my mind, I used to think, this person is lazy bum. He's lazy. I think looks like he's coming from Kumbhakarna family. Always oversleeping, sleeping. Morning program so important, he's not able to come. He's not coming. What is this? He's wasting his life. How many of you also had this kind of experience? All of us. So now, some days, I have not attended morning program. Right? All of you also might have missed. At that time, some devotees came and asked me, Prabhuji, what is this? You are not coming for morning program. You know what was the answer? Prabhuji, I was tired. When other person is sleeping, he is lazy person. He is coming from Kumbhakarna family. When I am sleeping, oversleeping, am I not from Kumbhakarna family? I am not lazy? No, I am tired. See how the opinions are forming. In the same place, I knew I had some devotees, they were overeating. Whenever, like we used to have sometimes some festivals, rice, sambar, pakodas, and one devotee used to put rice like Govardhan Parvat, and inside that he used to fill pakodas. He would come early and put all the pakodas inside the rice, and after that somebody will come and say, only 1, 2 is enough, Prabhuji. Like that, after that also he would take from other devotees. And I used to observe all these things, and I used to think, this person is glutton. So much of overeating. You have seen many devotees, no? Overeat. What is this? Is overeating good? No. Why these devotees are doing like this? But when I am overeating, I was hungry. When I do, I was hungry, but other person is overeating. We never think maybe from last 2 days, actually that devotee, last 2-3 days, he was traveling, he did not have proper food. That day when he came, he put like Govardhan. We started immediately judging, this person is glutton, this, everything. But actually, he was hungry. When we overeat, we are hungry. But other person overeats, he is glutton. That is the point. So another interesting point you can write. It is the same situation, we give ourselves benefit of doubt. And we don't give benefit of doubt to others, but we quickly judge. In the same situation, we give ourselves benefit of doubt. So, this is very important. Whenever we come across any situation like this, at least don't judge. Mind tends to judge. At least don't judge. At least give a benefit of doubt. If we can come to this level, see, not judging is very tough. We need to grow. We need to have a lot of maturity to do that. At least this thing we can do. At least give a benefit of doubt. So that's why I say it takes courage. It takes courage to stand up and speak when others are wrong. When others make mistakes, right? It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of courage to stand up and raise your voice that Prabhuji, you have done something wrong. This is a mistake from your side. It takes guts and courage. But it takes double guts, double courage to sit down and hear when we do mistakes. They tell no, dum chahiye. So you need double dum to sit, bend your head and hear from others when you have committed mistake. But what we do, we are very good at pouncing upon others when they have committed mistake. But when we have done mistake, what we do? We try to keep on giving justifications. So that's why it is said, justification is a sign of insincerity. We have been told to do something and we keep on giving justifications. So this justification is a sign of insincerity. So it requires lot of maturity and internal strength to understand that I may be wrong. We have to come to this platform. What is that? I may be wrong, I can be wrong. It is not that 100% always we are right. How it is possible? That is what our ego keeps on telling us. You are right. Don't accept. Other person may say anything, but you are perfect. You are Spog. What is Spog? Supreme Personality of Godhead. After Krishna, you are the best person. All these things mind actually try to convince us. So one interesting story. Till what time we can go on? Till 9 o'clock. Okay. There is one interesting story. All of you like stories? So the story is about mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. So I think all of you know about the significance of mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. They are very close. They always have very sweet relationship. Okay. When you are laughing, that means you know the reality. So the reality is like this. Somehow there is a sharp or something. The mother-in-law and daughter-in-law never gel well together. So one time what happened? So a newly wedded girl, she shifts her place to mother-in-law's place. With husband, she goes to husband's house, and there she has to face mother-in-law and father-in-law. And from the day one, mother-in-law started telling, "I keep things like this. Don't go there. Don't do this. Don't do that." So slowly it started. Then she had heard somehow we need to tolerate. Tolerance is the key for any relationship, and she was tolerating. And these things went on week after week, month after month. 3 months, she started literally getting choked up. She thought, I cannot survive here. She is not mother-in-law, she is Putana's sister. That's what she started thinking. So she was thinking, this is too much to handle. So what I should do? So then 3 months, then she started speaking with her friend. Then they said, you cannot just keep tolerating, give her back. This is what many people teach. Mother-in-law, no, when she doesn't listen, give her back. So then next 3 months she started giving her back. Then life became tougher. When going gets tough, tough gets going. So life became more tougher that she was not able to handle her mother-in-law. When she started giving back, mother-in-law, she has more experience, na? 3 times, 3x, she started giving back. So then situation became so intense, 6 months, 1 year passed by, and she came because she wanted the love of husband, and mother wanted love of son, and son in between he was like chutney inside, getting crushed between both of two people. Then somehow what he used to make, he would go early in the morning to office, come late night to home to avoid all these problems. But here the life of daughter-in-law became it became worse. After 1 year, daughter-in-law decided, enough is enough. Let me finish her. Why are you laughing? Very serious issue. So let me finish her. Then she thought, okay, how to kill now? See, many times you want to kill someone. Okay, thought is very nice, idea is very nice, the problem gets solved. That is what people think at that level. So the next question comes, how to kill? So in India, like some people, they wanted to commit suicide. So one person, he wanted to commit suicide, he took one rope and put on the fan, and he pushed the stool where he was standing, and rope broke. In India, committing suicide is also not easy, low quality rope. So then he took poison, and poison did not work. If you see this, to kill the cockroach, there is the naphthalene balls. How many of you have used? I tried to use, and I saw in the night time I kept the naphthalene balls, that white color balls looks like peppermint chocolate. But in the morning I came and saw the cockroaches are sleeping nicely on the naphthalene balls. They were not dying. So that is also low quality. Then finally this person thought, best thing is I'll go and lie down on the railway track. So he went and lay down on the railway track. Train came 3 hours late. Then he got frustrated about dying, he started living. That's what happens in India. Not easy to die. So then this daughter-in-law thought, I want to kill her. How to kill her? So then she thought, gun. So license is required. Gun is ruled out. Then what? Then I have to hold her literally. I can't do that. It is too much. Then she's immediately, suddenly, idea clicked. She had one uncle. He was a doctor and he was a very good. Whenever she was in problem, she would go to him for help and he would give right guidance. So she thought she remembered that person. So she went to the doctor uncle. She said, uncle, uncle, uncle. Then she said, what happened? Tell me, my dear daughter. And she said, explain the entire story. Uncle, I want to finish her. Please, you don't say no, but give me something. And he tried to convince her, but she was not ready to listen. Then he told, I will try to set right the things. No, 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 I want to kill her. Ekeha Kurunandana. Goal was fixed. So then Dr. Uncle said, are you sure? He said, yes. Then he explained, see now if you kill, you are thinking that you are going to enjoy, your mother-in-law will die, you can enjoy rest of your life, very happy. No, once you kill, you have to go to jail. Police will come and find out. Oh, right, I never thought like this. My only focus was to kill her. Never thought the consequence of that. So uncle, what I should do? She said, don't worry, main hu na. I'm there, I'll help you. So he went and got one slow poison powder. Then he explained to the daughter that, see, take this powder, which is a slow poison. So what you should do is, every day, what does she drink? Every day coffee? Yeah, every day she drinks coffee. Okay. So now every day 1 spoon of this slow poison powder you should mix in the coffee and feed her, give her. Every day she should drink. And you just do this for 6 months, and 7th month she will be no more. And nobody will get doubt also. Nobody can find out. And she said, wow, uncle, Ashtanga Dandavat Pranam to you. So happy that I met you. Thank you so much. And uncle said, wait, there is one condition. And what is the condition? From tomorrow you are going to start this. From tomorrow onwards, you should treat your mother-in-law like mother. Don't fight with her. Whatever she says, even if she scolds, you accept that. But you go out of the way to serve her. Serve very nicely. Love her very nicely. Act at least. So try to act as if you love her so much, you want to serve her so much. Pura drama karo, 6 months ke baad, you will achieve everything. She said, thank you. Definitely I will do that. So then what happened? She came home with that slow poison powder, and every day, morning, as soon as she woke up, she made sure that she took bath fresh, she was fresh, and morning she came and mixed the coffee and table coffee, bed coffee she gave to mother-in-law. Mother-in-law looked, bahut natak kar raha. So, Ati Bhakti, Chorera Lakshanam. So this is too much Bhakti she is showing, that means there is something fishy. But this drama also, whenever you want to do such drama, you can't do for a long time, right? So she waited, so she gave breakfast, lunch, and she asked mother-in-law, should I do some massage? She had a lot of leg problem in the leg. So then she started giving massage. So then that 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, week passed by, couple of weeks passed by, and still daughter-in-law is continuing with same enthusiasm, serving mother-in-law. And after 1-2 months, mother-in-law's heart completely got transformed. Mother-in-law started thinking, Arey baapre, I thought she is a demoness, but she is better than my own daughter. Then she started showing a lot of love and respect, started respecting daughter-in-law. And by the time 4 months, daughter-in-law started loving mother-in-law, mother-in-law started loving daughter-in-law. Their both relationship became so thick. Then by 6 months, they thought we can never live without each other. Very cordial relationship. Both of them started loving each other. And mother-in-law, whenever she wanted to go anywhere, she wanted daughter-in-law with her. And daughter-in-law always wanted to be with mother-in-law. And she thought, I don't want to go to see my mother because you are more than my mother. These are the statements, literally. And after 6 months, by the 6 months, they both relationship is so amazing. Then suddenly one day, daughter-in-law remembers what Dr. Uncle had said. After 6 months, she will die. Then she said, I thought my mother-in-law is like Putana, but my mother-in-law is so wonderful. She is like goddess. Now I have killed her. She is going to die next any time. Then whole night she didn't sleep. Next day morning she woke up, immediately ran to Dr. Uncle. And she said, Dr. Uncle. Beta, what happened? Finished. No. Then what happened? I don't want my mother-in-law to die. Then what happened? Why? No, actually, uncle, I thought she is actually demoness. But she is such a wonderful lady. She is better than my mother. She loves me, she takes care of me very nicely. I don't want her to die, uncle. Please, please help. Give me some anti-poison, something, so that I want to give her, feed her and avoid this. So the uncle said, but what to do? Already everything is done. No uncle, please, I'll hold your feet. Please give me some anti-poison. I don't want my mother-in-law to die. Then uncle starts laughing. Then daughter-in-law gets completely bewildered. And he said, uncle, what happened? Why are you laughing? I'm very serious, not a joke. Then uncle says, my dear child, the powder, the dabba, what I gave, there was no poison in the powder. The poison was in your mind. It is just a matter of our perspective. In the beginning, you came with a negative perspective. I just changed your perspective, that's all. The moment, many times in the relation, this is what happens. We think other person is wrong. Sometimes, how many of you, have you ever met one person whom you know, like many years ago you have seen him, you know him. After many years of gap, you meet. And you see him, and you think, let him only identify me and come and talk to me. We feel that. And he doesn't come. What do you feel? Lot of ego, this person. Ahankar. See, I know him, we both studied together, we lived together, and after 5 years we are meeting. See, so much of ego, he doesn't even come and talk to me. He is also thinking about you same. He also has recognized you, and he is also thinking that let him come and talk. Now because of our ego, nobody took initiative to come together, and that relationship ended there. Next time, even if you see, you don't care. This is what is happening in our relationship. Nobody is ready to take that first step, initiative. So here what happened in mother-in-law's, daughter-in-law's case, both are good only, but the problem is, if you don't like the other person, if you don't love the person, you don't get that reciprocation is not there. So this is a very interesting story which actually tells a very deep, important lesson for our life. So I say, stupid people always think I am always right. But wise people listen to advice. If you are wise, listen to advice. Very important. So one time, many places I have told this story. One place I gave this entire talk, and after the story, I asked devotees, are there any questions? And one Mataji raised hands. I said, Mataji, what is your question? Where can we find that powder, Prabhuji? He said. So here, coming back to our story, then what happened? Sugriva meets Lord Ram, and all of you know Vali rejected Sugriva. Sugriva is out of his Vali's palace, and he comes and he starts living in another place where Mandavya Rishi was staying. So then Sugriva meets Ram and he seeks help to kill Vali, and all of us know where Ram helps Sugriva to kill Vali. So then Ram, after he shots the arrow, Vali is almost about to die. At that time, Ram also comes in front of Vali, Sugriva also comes in front of Vali, and Vali literally asks Ram, why did you kill me? What happened? So then Ram explains the entire story, what was a mistake. Actually, Vali had developed relationship with Ravan also. There was a wrong relationship, so you are into wrong, adharma, so you have to be punished. So as a citizen of Ayodhya, this is my duty to punish you, so that is why I have killed you. So then Vali accepts. So first thing what Vali does is he accepts, yes, I have done a mistake. And the second thing, he calls Sugriva, my dear brother, please come here. And he hugs him and he says, I'm really sorry that I have judged you. I shouldn't have done this. Now I give the entire kingdom of Kishkinda to you. So you please take care of the entire Kishkinda. My wife is there, my son is there, Angada. So you please, now they will be under your shelter. So please take care of them. And after hearing these things, Sugriva's heart also gets changed. Sugriva says, Vali, my dear brother, actually you are the best. I think I had a wrong understanding. So Ram, please help him. I don't want him to die. So let him live and take over the entire Kishkinda. I will serve him as a servant. And Vali says, no, my time has come and I'm so happy and such a glorious thing to die in front of Lord Ram, and I want to die. And finally, he had one very special jewel given by Indra. So that jewel, whoever comes in front of him, his strength also, the opponent's strength also comes to Vali. That is why Vali was more powerful. So I have this special jewel. Now my end has come. I'm got this glorious situation where I can die in front of Ram. Now I don't need this. You take this, and he gives to Vali. So these are the three important steps for a healthy relationship. Whenever we have any problem, these three things we should do: accept our mistake, apologize for our mistake, and correct our mistake. What are the three things? Accept our mistake, apologize for our mistake, and correct our mistake. So in this story, Vali did all these three things very nicely. So be humble to accept your mistake, be courageous to apologize for your mistake, and be wise to correct your mistake. So the point is, our ego may not be ready to accept the mistake. So we have to understand, our ego may be thinking that if we accept our mistake, we are giving up. That's what our ego, why our ego doesn't want us to accept the mistake? Because the moment you accept the mistake, our ego thinks that you are giving up. Actually, when we accept the mistake, we are not giving up, we are growing up. So that is the point here. So this is one aspect of relationship. So like this, we need to set right from the food to the body, to the mind, to the intelligence, and we need to set right false ego also. So here, all this relationship problem comes because of false ego. So why relationship is so important? That's why, as I said, you may have money, you may have everything in this world, but if you don't have relationship, even to practice bhakti, actually our relationship with Krishna is also directly related to our relationship with people whom we are living with. Just imagine, if I'm a family person, I'm living with 3, 4, 5 people. If you're in a base, you're living with maybe 10 people in a base. If I cannot have good relationship with these 5, 10 people who are very close to us, and we have fight with everybody, and there's misunderstanding, I don't like that person, that person doesn't like me, that the person doesn't talk to me. If this is my situation in this life, what will I do going to spiritual world? Do you think Krishna Prem will come just like that? If I have not got good name in amongst 5 people, 10 people with whom I am closely living with, I don't think there are any chances that we'll get the visa clear to go to spiritual world. So not easy. So for that, yes, this bhakti, the process of bhakti is so wonderful. By practicing, by being in the process of bhakti, what happens? All these things gets purified. That's what this beautiful. So this 4S: sadhana, seva, siddhanta, and sangha. These 4 things are very important. Seva purifies our body, right? And sadhana purifies our mind, and siddhanta purifies our intelligence, and sangha purifies our ego. So many times people think that I have a problem with this person, I will go away from this. Running away from problem will not solve the problem. We need to be there and understand the situation and try to grow from that. So that is the point. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Bhakti Vinod Prabhu, you would like to correct, add something?
I've been in a bungalow like that. Some of our temples are like that.
Yeah.
For example, Bombay Juhu has so many AC rooms. There is 24 hours prasadam. But to find relationship is difficult. So you can be in an ISKCON temple also. You don't have to be in a separately ISKCON and not have a relationship. Relationship means you give up your interest and see others' interest.
Yes.
Then only relationship happens. Why Krishna is doing it? Krishna is giving up his interest and looks after his devotee's interest. That's why we call him Bhakta Vatsala.
Yeah.
If my interest comes first, then I am a demon. If I put other people's interest first, then I become a devotee. It's not so complicated. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very beautiful point, coming from so many years of experience. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any questions, doubts, comments? Hare Krishna. Yes.
Prabhuji, you told about this relationship we should be like maintain with others also very nice. So can you please explain like how, what is a good relationship means with others? Not in the devotees association, with the like family and relatives.
Yeah, with family people also we should have cordial relation, we should respect them. That's what, see, there are four things. First, we should have samman, respect. We should respect everyone, right? So if any relationship, the foundation for any relationship should be samman. First is respect. So when you have that respect, then what happens? So that respect will lead to affection. That without respect, that's what I keep saying. Familiarity breeds contempt. Contempt means what? Disrespect. So familiarity breeds disrespect. But now that means, should we not become familiar? Like we have wonderful senior devotees. Should I not become familiar with Prabhuji? Because I want to be close to him. I want to be close. But familiarity breeds contempt. Familiarity, husband and wife, they should have that familiarity. No, familiarity breeds contempt. I will not become familiar only. With our parents, we should become familiar. With our guru, senior devotees. So how to understand this? It's a challenge, right? So yes, familiarity breeds contempt if selfishness is in the center. But familiarity breeds respect when selflessness is in the center. So in our outside relationship, whether we are in family, whether we are at job, we can always respect them and do our duties very nicely. That itself can help us. Okay. Anything else? Yes, Sagar.
Thank you for the wonderful class. Just one doubt that the last point you had mentioned, accept or mistake. Accept or mistake, apologize and then correct or mistake. So sometimes we feel that the other person has done the mistake. I have not done the mistake. So accepting or mistake becomes.
Yeah, when you have done mistake, first accept that time. Other person's mistake, that is their problem. If other person has done mistake, you don't have to pounce on them saying that you have done mistake, you have done mistake. If you have, like, for example, if in my family, if somebody does mistake, I have all the rights and control and power to tell them and correct them. If my neighbor, if somebody is doing mistake, I can't go and correct them. So if things, like if you are a base in charge, if somebody is doing any mistake, you can correct them in a very nice way. If you are not the in charge, you don't have to poke your nose everywhere to correct them. So recently I heard very nicely, if a person does mistake, one time mistake, and no, you tell the person that you have done a mistake one time, immediately the person understands, and that is your mother. One time only you understand, easily she can understand that, yes. And if you have to repeat it 2 times, that means if you repeat 2 times and tell them that you have done a mistake and that person corrects and she is your sister. And if you have to repeat 3 times to tell that person that you have done a mistake and that person agrees, that is your daughter. And whenever you again and again repeatedly so many times you tell that you have done mistake again and that person never listens properly, then that person is dumb, deaf person. Immediately, this is our psychology, how it works. Immediately we go to the wife. That person is deaf because so many times you have repeated, she is not able to hear it. Anyway, so anything else?
And also sometimes it becomes difficult to understand whose mistake it is, other person's or my mistake.
Okay.
So
then we need to take guidance from seniors. Your point is very valid. Many times whenever we have done any mistake, at that time we never think that I have done a mistake, because our ego is saying that I'm right always. That is a disease what we have got. At that time better to approach some seniors and get clarity. Actually, in ISKCON, we are lucky. We have many seniors approachable so that we can go. Just imagine outside, because I'm also a student of psychology. Now I know that in America, they have been making almost every individual should have a counselor. It is not that you need to have some psychological problem to go and to approach a counselor. Even to lead a normal life, basically you need guidance regularly. So you should go, every person should go to counsel. That is what they're promoting. So psychology is, the concept of the psychology subject is becoming, it's spreading like anything. Even in India now, most of the corporate schools, top schools, they will have one in-house psychologist. Anybody from education background? You are. So there's mandatory, one psychologist has to be there in-house in a school. So any students, they have problem, they can go to counselor and take guidance. Just opening up in US, because the relationships are not strong with the family and friends, but they have to open up their heart. So at least have a counselor and go and open up your heart like that. And we are very fortunate in India, and especially in ISKCON, we are very lucky that we have got so many wonderful senior Vaishnavas we can approach, and they are very happy to help us also. We are lucky in that way. Okay? So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Now our favorite program.
Hare Krishna. So let us thank His Grace Anant Prabhu for taking out his precious time and sharing his valuable lessons with us. And one time, loudly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna